أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وعجل فرجهم. Today is 6th of May 2026 and it's Wednesday, I think. Yes, it's Wednesday. And first of all, I'm going to talk about GBP USD last night price action. I have not take any trade, I haven't took any trade on it, but there was a very smooth and interesting price action and which must be studied. Okay, so let's start the GBP USD from the monthly chart. Monthly chart, it's not interesting, it's not good on monthly. So we have taken the recent lows and their highs to be taken. Yes, I'm more bullish on GBP USD than bearish. Okay, on monthly basis. Okay, so on weekly chart, I highlighted this gap and this recent dip and this too. Okay, and on daily, come on. Okay, so we are going to talk about this day, this candle. This is the Wednesday candle, which is going right to the top. Uh, where I was already expecting it to go, that's why I highlighted this high. And why was I expected this? On daily chart, we already took the daily low, created a lower low. Then recently we created this low, and at this time we took this. So there is no smooth relative equal low, but there are relative equal highs. 1 2, and you can see there's no external buy side liquidity has not been taken yet. And yeah, so let's get into the 4 hour. So on 4 hour, I highlighted this range, and this is the 50% of it. Okay, and yesterday it was 10 a.m. news, as you can see, and there was this PM news. Same thing on 1 hour. I'm going to get into the 15-minute. Is an interesting thing. 10 a.m. So after the 9:30 opening, I look for a trade after the 9:30, even if it's GBPUSD, even it's metal, or especially on futures. That's right. So after 9:30, you can see we start going to upside, but it was not a uh, low resistance liquidity run. We were kind of consolidating. This is a daily upper quarter. Okay, and I think this is a 4 hour. Uh, yeah, this is the 4 hour range. It is the discount line, 50% of that range. So we were in premium. So to be honestly, I was not bearish at all. Okay, because why I was not bearish at all? So on higher time frame, we made a lower low. Took this rate, not this, but still it's a lower low to me. So and then we took this high. Not that time, we didn't took at that time, but the way we respected this upper weekly quarters, and we. So hello, I'm back. Where was I? We were on hourly chart. So we went into this. Sorry, I'm not talking about this. So, uh, we respected this weekly quarter plus the low quarter of it, the daily quarter. Sorry, daily gap. I think. Yeah, there was a daily CB, not CB, BC, and it was relative equal highs to upside on high time frame as well as on. So why I highlighted this short? This short was a very smooth setup which was formed. So 10 a.m. news was released, and after that we created this first presented fair value gap with the breaking market structure, and this was the second presented fair value gap. So I use also the second presented fair value gap, which is not by the I think no one have ever heard about it, but yeah, it's a thing that I I like the gaps which are with the breaking market structure. So in simple words, okay, especially after the opening, the recent ones. So we created this was the 15-minute first presented fair value gap. We created this smooth lows on low time frame, and as you can see, we went into this weekly low quarter plus the weekly opening gap. This is this yellow line. This low quarter is the weekly opening gap low quarter. Plus we took this buy side liquidity, and after that we went to the downside, and we decided this going to the downside is not enough, that is a reversal. So we went down, make it an IFVG. There was IFVG, yeah, IFVG, and on 5 minutes there's a breakaway gap also formed, plus this 4 hour. It's 4 hour, or let me confirm it. Yeah, no, sorry, it's a daily. It was 4 hour on the gold. Sorry, I forgot. So there was a breaking market structure as you can see on 5 minute, and we break to a downside. Come on. I am back. My internet issues. So 5 minute breaking market structure, and on 1 minute you can see we break to the downside, plus 5 minute first presented fair value gap, plus the low quarter of the daily, plus on we respected the quarters already with the 15 minute correlated, and they are smooth lows to the downside. So yeah, that was beautiful. That's the only thing I'm going to say. I didn't take this trade because I was on was taking trade on gold, and you can see that this time the price action was shit, and in here gold was better, so was moving better, and yeah, it was a beautiful move after that. And now, not only that, see how beautifully on high time frame I was bullish. So we went to the downside, CE plus discount, took this low, went to the upside, upper quarter plus this low quarter respective. So if this is respective to upside, we are going to at least to this upper quarter and even to the higher side. And with we were going to at least to this upper quarter, but by seeing the high time frame analysis, by seeing by matching the high time frame, we can easily would expect that we can go to the high time to this relative equal highs on the high time frame. Okay, I loved it. 4 hour breaking market structure, low quarter respected, went higher, expected this upper quarter and to the upside, and it was after the 6:45 news. News was released here, and I went higher, and yeah, that's how we are going. And that's the today price action right now. Went lower, took this liquidity, smooth rise, respected the low cut to the upside, and yeah, we are going to. We have not yet took this, but I'm confident that we're going to take this. So this is the low quarters we respected. So if we respected it with us with all the things lined up, like liquidity taken and a clean breaking market structure, then we can expect it to go to this CE this at to maybe if it's very it would be very smooth, we can expect it to go this weekly upper quarter. Okay, so this was a day. That's not it. It just was a day which I missed, and the price action I wanted to journal. And as you can see, I didn't took this trade, and I just posted the after market, and I am not going to journal or type on this again. I'm just going to post the link of this video to this journal where I talk about I read the price action and why it did what it did and how it respected it. And this was the first presented 5 minute fair value gap. Let's see how price treated it as well. So very interesting. So very interesting. I can talk about it for an hour. So let's talk about it. Yes, yes, yes. It was beautiful. So we can I observed that, and I can get a point from this price action that when there is a consolidation like this, if there is a reversal, the reversal can be very very powerful. Okay, so why highlighted this sell side? Why did I highlight this sell side? And we are going to talk about this first presented 5 minute gap, and let's highlight this too. Let's line it this side. So let's just make it a bit the right side. Yeah, यार क्या है? Go home. So I respected it, break the market, and then this is the first presented 5 minute gap. Went lower, did not take this liquidity, and went to the higher side. Okay, and went from this gap and break my structure. So we were. This is a sign that why I highlighted this, that if we made a relative equal low on lower time frame, did not take this liquidity, went to PDRA with all the high time frame bias and all things. That it's not like if the price did not take any liquidity and trace to the upside, then we are going to must take that. We might take that, but it's not. It's we don't know when. So that's the thing, and that's why there are other things which we should know. So went higher, first place and fair value gap, breaking market structure, took that low and went to the main lows, and then make higher, and then they started the upside. Upper quarter was to the downside. So if the upper quarter is respected to the downside, then it's very high chance that we can go to the low quarter. I'm telling the sauce. Yeah. So that's exactly what we did. Went to the C and upper quarter, and yeah. So that was the day which I did not participated in, and now we are going to talk about the day I participated in. I took last night I took trade on gold, and let's start from the uh, the video recording is already 22 minutes here. Okay, so I need to be I just talk about the day which I did not, but it was very important. So let's start the gold from the weekly chart. Let's start it from the monthly. I'll be very. I was planning to talk about the yesterday, not yesterday, but the Monday price day. But I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, will be weird, but I will try to talk about at least the position which I took on that. So monthly chart, that this area is very important too. This is the upper quarter of the monthly plus the lower quarter of the monthly. Okay, we went into it, took this low, recent low, and I think let's see, it is a monthly SMT. Yeah, there is monthly SMT. Silver did not take this, and gold has. Plus this, I am very confident that that we will going to go to upside. So we'll see. If you are seeing this Nalan Muhammad after some time, kindly see if we did, because I know I think I will not remember it to see it after some time. So weekly chart highlighted this week plus this week, then this week. So I think I will this week. So let's talk about this again. What do you like that? So we're going to talk about this day. I highlighted this 4-hour gap, which I normally don't do that, but yeah, it was looking important to me because we recently, there was SMT, there was a gap with almost like a breaking mark, not a breaking mark structure, but and also this gap. So yeah, just it was looking important to me, so I highlighted it. And there was SMT. We did not went into the upper quarter of the weekly. I would be very more comfortable if we have went into that. Then I'll be very confident that we might go into that low quarter, or at least this. But yeah, I think that's why it did not touch that upper quarter, because we don't want to go to this area or this low. We were highly bullish, and yeah, I was on higher time frame. I was bullish, and because you can see it's a very high, smooth high slope upside, and on daily, on higher time frame, I think there's no reason to go to the downside, because as you can see, we have taken these lows, and I don't know, that would be very unusual to go to downside. Okay, very unusual, because there is no relative equal smooth lows. So okay, let's get into the 1 hour. Then why did I take a short? Because on lower time frame, it was for me it was a retracement, and the way we were creating this price action was not smooth. It was not a good price action. The way we were creating these lows, there was no clean breaking mark structure. And let's get into the way. So I highlighted this is an old 15-minute gap, this one, and this is a recent one, and this is also an old 15-minute first percent. This is the recent buy side liquidity. I'm just going to get into the trades. Okay, why did I take this trade and all? Okay, so first, there was 10 a.m. news. After that, I looked for a setup, and I looked for a setup with news. This was a 1 minute first percent value gap, and I took a trade here. Okay, why did I took this? Low quarter 4 hour plus 15-minute gap. Yeah, we did not take this liquidity, but we did take this recent one. Okay, take to the downside, 5-minute break as well, plus the low quarter of that, and plus this 5-minute first percent. So yeah, there was not a smooth breaking market structure, and yeah, so it did pay out well. We went to the high side, did not take any liquidity. So in my mind, after that, if we were bullish, then it should have went to this high side and then make a breaker and then to upside. Okay, but we did not do that. So that we start consolidating after that, and we took the BSL liquidity. So I was not looking totally on the chart. I was doing something else, and after some 5 minutes and 10 minutes, I looked at the chart, and there was an opportunity again. So 5 minutes, we went lower, but did not take this liquidity. Although we make a relative equal low, the low, relative equal low, and that's a lower low. Okay, that's a lower low. So in my mind, I was comfortable taking a short, but I have to be more careful, because on high time we are bullish, and I'll be looking for this by a sell side liquidity. Then I'll be out, or will set the stop loss to the break-in. So we made a setup on sell side, buy side, went start going to the downside. I waited. After this, I entered one. At this time, I was already my dark side, the side which is very impatient, wants to enter here, and that was not a logical entry. And by seeing all the old data and all things, I should not be entering, but on the 15-minute gap or with the quarter. So even if I wanted to enter on the first fair value gap, it should have been here with the lower. So yeah, so we made a respected the 5-minute first fair value gap plus low quarter. After I enter on 2 accounts, I first enter on this trade on 1 account, It was DNA account, the one of my main account, and on this trade I entered two rounds. One GFT, not the 15k instant, but the 25k which on which I am in drawdown, and on the DNA. But on this trade I risked 0.5%, which I set a rule to not lose more than I win. My trade limits are two. My loss limit is two. Two losses I'm out of the day, and to lose less than when I win, I set a rule that after a loss I will risk half of what I'm risking in the last trade. So yeah, in this trade I risked 0.5% of that account, and on GFT I entered a bit earlier, uh, because on that account it's not that important comparing to the DNA and the GFT instant. It's already in drawdown, so I need a high risk high reward entry. And yeah, I entered. It was logical. I entered here on the low quarter. I think that's with the break match. I don't know. I remember, and the stop loss was yeah, it was here on the C of that 15-minute gap. So GDN entered. I started going to the downside. I went out on GFT here, which was 2 plus RR on that account. It was 300 some dollars, and on DNA I let it play. So I didn't get out, and I when I last looked at the chart at night, it was plus 2 RR. So I was looking for this flow to be taken, which was taken later, but there was a news later. So for that, and I want some piece of that cake. So I placed the stop loss to we were here, I think, yeah. So I placed the stop loss to this high, and after that we took this high, and then we went lower, took this, and then after the news we went to the upside. Okay, so that was the day, and let me show you the. So yeah, yeah, you can see for the sample. I don't know why it's not showing this to me on the first May, which I took. I don't know why, but you can see the PNL do trades, and PNL is it was also almost, I think, yeah, $300. Yeah, yeah, $305. So on DNA, DNA already. I don't have to show the execution. So let's talk about the Monday price action. Should we? I took the trade on GPUSD. Let's get into the journal. I'm not going to go into the charts. As you can see, it's loading after not even a minute, after every minute. So, and it's I have to zoom it every time. I have to focus. So on Monday, it was a good day for me as well. Took first loss and then a win. The first loss was, let me see, on first impatient. Okay, I think okay, let's go. I'm locked in. So okay, so I took the trade on impatient. The first trade, yeah, the first trade I remember was not good. Kind of double-minded too because of going against the bias. Yeah, I was against the higher time frame bias. With the first trade on only GFT 15k, yeah, it was resulted in loss. Then the second on DNA and the GFT 15k, and I forgot to risk half of that what I was risking. But luckily, it's a win. But yeah, I kind of break the rule because I forgot to. And yeah, I recovered all the losses and plus $76 on the DNA. I secured $100. Yeah, $100. No? Yeah, as you can see, $100. And yeah, this was trade 42 and this type. So let's just get into the trade because the video has already been 36 minutes long, and I'm out of storage. My laptop is out of storage. So let's get into the trade. No got respect. I don't know. So I entered here with this was the tiniest 5-minute first present video, which I should not even highlighted it. I should have even highlighted it, but I just I forced this trade. This was forced 100%. I should have entered on this first present at least with this upper quarter on the downside, so we can expect it to go to this sell side. So, but I did not, and we highlight. I will set the sell to the break even after taking this low, but I did not do that. I entered it on it impatiently, and let's see the result. What happened after? Yeah. So as you can see that we went to the downside. There was no clean breaking market structure on the first present we have with the upper quarter. Took this low, and then you can see I didn't took the the clean buy side liquidity, the recent buy side liquidity, and went higher, took this low higher and this one, and then did not enter went into any quarter. I was looking for any quarter with that would be more would be more high probable trade, and I would be more would have been more comfortable. But yeah, it is what it is. I highlighted this first present 5-minute gap plus this gap plus this upper quarter to downside plus this 1 minute first present. I did not enter here. I did enter here. Okay, I entered, I think, on this breaking up structure, and we went higher respect to the C of the 5-minute first present gap, and then we start to downside. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, and almost 5 candles, and in 5 minutes we hit the TP, and that's the all the break of the breakdown on the trade. Actually, I'm not going to do that. So you can see because of like I was long blah, 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 पता नहीं क्या. So 15 minutes. See the 15-minute chart. Took the liquidity, smooth lows, and smooth lows. A 15-minute break mark structure, 15-minute first present fair value gap, plus this upward downside, clean set. And yeah, first was not a good trade. So I should be more focusing on my what make me take a trade before I should, or what's the weak entry. So one of the thing is when the buy side is not been taken, the right buy side, the recent buy side is not been taken. So there are two consecutive day where I lost a trade where I entered on a breaking market structure where the high did not take the buy side liquidity, and it takes just a high beside it, and then break to downside, and after the breaking market structure we reverse. So one thing more I can do on here, I just come to my mind. What I mean by this, what I'm saying, uh, the, on this trade you can see that I did not take this high, and highlight this respect to this one. I don't know what it was. I think it was a 4 hour. What is this gap? What the heck? There was this something, and then I removed it. Let me see on the 15-minute chart. So I don't know what it was. I think it was I don't know. I think it was a 4 hour something, and yeah, it was also a mistake by me. So where was I? Yeah, I was talking about when the buy side has not been taken, and we make a kind of a relative equal high, and then I should be waiting for. First, I shouldn't be entering there, and even if I want to, then I should wait for a clean proportional block. That's what thing I can do, because sometimes it does not take the recent like the buy side liquidity and just took, and it just take the recent this consolidation and then start going to downside. So for the confirmation for this thing, I can do is when the buy side not been taken cleanly, I should wait for a proportional block, a clean break in market structure. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to search on it more. Why? Because in here there was a break in market structure, not a weak, but still a break in market structure. Let me show you. Yeah. So there is a break in market, but yeah, I can use it. The breaker should be below the wick. Yeah, that's can be a thing. Uh, have to write it down. Have to look for this kind of scenario, and should to see what I can do in this kind of situation. But one thing is clear, that it's not probable when it does not take the buy side liquidity and then reverse. And reverse took the buy side, and then it's a reverse, and then it's a very high probable reversal. So yeah, this was the day. Right now going well, and this week is going good till now, and inshallah it will be good in future as well. So 3 days consecutive positive PNL, alhamdulillah. And yeah, I think that's it for the day. And yeah, is there anything I missing? No, I'm not. So yeah, that's it, and inshallah ta'ala in the next video. Allah Hafiz.